Good morning, students. I am a teacher of chemistry of Ranaghat Yusuf Institution, HS Coed. I will discuss about solid state of chemistry of class 12. It's the third part of my lecture. Here we will discuss about different types of closed packing, namely one dimensional, two dimensional and three dimensional. Next, we have to discuss about different types of voids in different closed packing. First, our discussion is centered on closed packing. You know what is coordination number? Well, I will define coordination number now. Number of Bravais lattice points are present as closer neighbors of an element of a lattice point is known as the coordination number or CN of the lattice. Perhaps you get an idea about CN. Bravais lattice is always periodic. Thus, the CN of all points present on Bravais lattice are same. It is the main characteristics of a lattice. For example, for primitive cell CN is 6, for body centered cube CN is 8, and for face centered CN it is 12. We have to make a clear concept on closed packing. First, define closed packing. In case of crystal, the elements are considered as earth spheres. For packing, the spheres are arranged in such a manner that they cover maximum area to maintain the crystal density maximum. Such a packing is known as closed packing. Thus, closed packing means to go maximum contact with one another. Now we discuss about the classification of closed packing. Depending on dimension, closed packing are classified into three classes, namely one-dimensional closed packing, two-dimensional closed packing and three-dimensional closed packing. Thus, CP means closed packing. One-dimensional CP is an imaginary CP. The properties of one-dimensional CP are discussed one by one. Number 1. Spherical particles are arranged linearly in here. Number 2. Particles can be arranged in one manner only. Number 3. In this arrangement, one sphere touches only two nearest neighboring spheres only. Number 4. Thus, the CN in one dimension is always 2. In the picture, a typical one-dimensional CP is shown. Now, our view is toward two-dimensional lattice. Here, first layer is formed as shown in one-dimensional CP. Now, second layer is placed on first one. We can place the second layer in two manners. Number 1. The second layer can be exactly placed one first layer such that the horizontal and vertical layers form a square. Thus, such the construction is known as two-dimensional square CP. Here the CN of each lattice point is 4. Here tetrangular hole is observed. The layers are arranged homogeneously. Hence the arrangement is called AA arrangement. Picture of such arrangement is given here. Number 2. The second layer can be placed in such a staggered manner that the spheres of second row fall in depression of first row. In this arrangement, one sphere comes close contact with 6 spheres. Thus, it is known as hexagonal CP. Hence, the CN of each lattice point is 6. Here, spheres of one row is upwards and neighboring one is downwards. Thus, the arrangement is called AB arrangement. Here, triangular hole is observed. The picture of such arrangement is given here. Now, our lookout is on three-dimensional CP. three-dimensional CP is real one. The general procedure is that at first a two-dimensional CP is taken. It is called first layer, that is S1. On it another two-dimensional CP is placed. It is called second layer, that is S2. Finally, third layer of two-dimensional CP, S3, is placed on second layer. In such a manner, all the three-dimensional CP is formed. A. Placing of first layer. Let us consider a two-dimensional hexagonal CP is the first layer. It is denoted as S1. Such the layer is heterogeneous, that is AB type. The CN of each lattice point of the lattice is 6. B. Placing of second layer. Now another two-dimensional hexagonal CP is placed on S1. Let us consider the layer is S2. Due to get maximum enclosure, the spheres of S2 tend to place in triangular holes of S1. But not all the spheres can enter into the holes. The holes of S1 either enclosed by a sphere of S2 or by another opposite type of hole of S2. Thus, in first case, a hole is covered by 4 spheres, 3 of S1 and 1 of S2. Such the hole or void is known as tetrahedral hole or void, and it is denoted by T. On the other hand, in second case, the hole is covered by 6 spheres, 3 from S1 and 3 from S2. Such the hole or void is known as octahedral hole or void and is denoted by O. Tetrahedral and octahedral holes formations are shown here. In the figure, placing of S2 on S1 is shown. C. Placing of third layer. On the second layer, now third layer have to place. Let us consider the layer is S3. The third layer can be placed in two manners. Firstly, as three-dimensional hexagonal close packing or three-dimensional HCP, or secondly as three-dimensional cubic close packing or three-dimensional CPP. Number 1. Three-dimensional hexagonal close packing or HCP. In this arrangement, S3 is placed on S2 as S2 is placed on S1. Here the tetrahedral holes of S2 are filled by a sphere of S3. Thus S3 is parallel with S1. All the rest layers are placed in such a manner. Thus we may define this pattern as AB, 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 dot, dot, dot. Such a three-dimensional close packing is defined as three-dimensional hexagonal close packing or three-dimensional HCP. In HCP, the packing efficiency is 74%. Thus, the void is 26%. Also, in HCP, the CN of each lattice point is 12. Beryllium, cadmium, magnesium, titanium, zinc, zirconium, etc. crystals are HCP types. The pictorial form of three-dimensional HCP is shown here. Number 2. Three-dimensional cubic close packing or CCP. In this arrangement, the octahedral holes of S2 are filled by a sphere of S3. Thus, S3 is neither parallel with S1 nor with S2. When S4 is placed on S3, the layer is parallel with S1. All the rest layers are placed in such a manner. Thus, we may define this pattern as ABC, ABC, dot, dot, dot. Such a three-dimensional closed packing is defined as three-dimensional cubic closed packing or three-dimensional CCP. The CCP arrangement is identical with face-centered cube, that is FCC. Thus, such closed packing is also known as FCC. In FCC, the packing efficiency is 74%. Thus, the void is 26%. Also, in FCC, the CN of each lattice point is 12. Nickel, gold, copper, silver, aluminium, etc. crystals are FCC or CCP type. The pictorial form of three-dimensional CCP is shown here. In this plate, it is shown that both CCP and FCC are identical. Both in HCP and FCC lattices, voids or holes are observed. In both cases, the packing efficiency is 74% per unit cell. Thus, amount of vacant place is 24% per unit cell. Such vacant places are known as interstitial voids or normally voids or holes. Depending on boundary particles, voids are classified into two categories. Number 1, tetrahedral voids, and number 2, octahedral voids. I now define the tetrahedral voids. In closed packing, the interstitial voids surroundings by 4 elemental spheres are known as tetrahedral voids. It is represented as capital T. If a triangular hole of a particular layer is covered by a sphere of adjacent layer, tetrahedral void is formed. In picture, here a tetrahedral void is shown. I now define the octahedral voids. In closed packing, the interstitial voids surroundings by 6 elemental spheres are known as octahedral voids. It is represented as capital O. If a triangular hole of a particular layer is covered by another opposite directed triangular hole of adjacent layer, octahedral void is formed. Here in picture, a octahedral void is shown. Now we have to know the relation between number of voids and number of particles. If in closed packing, the number of particles, that is spheres, is capital N, then the number of octahedral void is also capital N, and the number of tetrahedral void is 2 capital N. In case of ionic solids, generally due to larger size, anions form closed packing, cations are placed into the voids, though all voids are not occupied by cations. How many tetrahedral and octahedral voids are present in unit cell? Okay, first our calculation is on tetrahedral void. Both CCP and HCP contain same number of tetrahedral voids. So only one case, that is tetrahedral void per unit cell, is shown. We can subdivide one unit CPP or FCC into 8 equal parts. Each part contains 4 particles and 2 opposite corners are occupied by 2 particles. Thus, each tiny cube contains 1 tetrahedron. So, the total number of tetrahedron in an unit cell is 8. Now, the number of particles in FCC lattice is 4. Hence, total number of tetrahedral voids is twice than that of number of particles. In picture, 8 tetrahedrons are denoted by 8 numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Among them, only 1 and 7 are shown. Again, 1 is also shown separately. Now we calculate number of octahedral void per unit cell. Here also both CCP and HCP contain same number of octahedral voids. So only one case, octahedral voids per unit cell, is shown. An octahedral hole must be surrounded by 6 particles. Thus, 6 particles of 6 center of faces make an octahedron. Also, taking 3 particles from the cell and collecting rest 3 from adjacent, again 12 octahedron may constructed. The contribution of each octahedron of rest 12 towards central unit cell is 12 into 1/3 equals to 4. Thus, from one CCP, total 4 octahedral voids are obtained. In the figure, number of octahedral voids per unit cell is shown. Here, central octahedral void and 2 of rest 12 are shown. What is the relation between the radius of void and radius of elemental sphere? Okay, we have to calculate this now. When we define the relation between a radius of void and radius of elemental particle, we consider both the void and particle as spheres. We know in case of tetrahedral void, one void is surrounded by 4 particles. That is, in a cube, if the center of gravity is the void, then 4 alternative corners are occupied by 4 particles. Appropriate figure is shown in this plate. Let us consider the radius of the void is small r t and the radius of each particle is capital R. In the cube, A, B and D corners of the cube are occupied by 4 particles. C and E be 2 occupied corners. E be an unoccupied corner. If A be the side of the cube, then we may write AB equals to root over of A square plus B square equals to root over of A square plus A square equals to A root 2, or 2R equals to A root 2, number 1. Again, AC equals to A root 3, or 2R plus RT equals to A root 3. Through corner, 2 particles and void are touched with each other, or 2R plus 2RT equals to A root 3, or 2A root 2 plus 2RT equals to A root 3, or 2RT equals to A root 3 minus 2A root 2, or 2RT equals to A of root 3 minus 2 root 2. Equation number 2. Dividing equation 2 by equation 1, we get RT by capital R equals to A of root 3 minus 2 root 2 divided by A root 2. A cancelify, root 3 minus 2 root 2 by root 2 equals to 0.225. That is, RT equals to 0.225 capital R. In case of octahedral void, one void is surrounded by 6 particles. That is, in a cube, if the center of gravity is the void, then 6 center of faces are occupied by 6 particles. Appropriate figure is shown here. Let us consider the radius of the void or hole is small r0 and the radius of each particle is capital R. In one face, A and B corners of the square are occupied by 2 particles. O be the center of the void. From right angled triangle AOB, AB square equals to AO square plus BO square equals to 2AO square, or 2R whole square equals to 2 of R plus RO whole square, or 2R equals to root 2 of R plus RO, or R plus RO by R equals to 2 by root 2 equals to root 2, or 1 plus RO by R equals to root 2, or RO by R equals to root 2 minus 1 equals to 0.414, that is RO equals to 0.414 capital R. Now we discuss briefly the comparison of tetrahedral and octahedral voids. From calculations, it is observed that the size of tetrahedral void is greater than that of octahedral void. Normally, for ionic solid, the size of anion is much greater than that of cation. Thus, anions form crystal lattices and cations are placed in the voids. If the size of cations are very small, then they occupy the octahedral voids. But if their size are not so small, then they occupy the tetrahedral voids. Obviously, not all the voids are occupied by cations. Number of occupied portions depends upon the chemical formula of the compound. The third part of solid state chemistry is finished here. If you like my video, please leave a like option. If you want to follow my other lectures, please subscribe and press the bell icon. You can have any question on the subject matter through comment. Thank you very much for watching my video.